All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. I am DDO's community manager, Cordovan, and I'm here today right on the eve of a big holiday weekend in the United States and a big business kind of thing around the world. So I guess that's happening this year, despite all the COVIDs. Yep. We too will be doing Black Friday sales, and I'm going to have them for you here in a little bit. So this is going to be we're going to debut the Black Friday sales here shortly on the weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. How are you doing, though? How are you doing, everyone on Twitch, Facebook, and YouTube? It looks like we're all going live. Thank you very much for being here. Is the Feywild soundtrack playing in the background? Yeah, I was logged into my character here while getting ready, and the music is great, right? So I just thought it might make decent pre-stream music while I get the looping beholder going for a few minutes while I prep everything so that I can largely not have to do it live on the air. I'm trying to actually be organized here. Also, I'm working on lights and stuff, because it looks like I'm going to be streaming from home for a while. And I don't think anyone here in the SSG offices is expecting to be going back to work, frankly, anytime soon. So, in terms of going back to the office. So I think what we're going to be doing here is kind of, at least for me, I want to, it's like, well, okay, granted it's going to be a year probably before all said and done, right? At least, I don't know. And so I've been in this position of wanting to finally take care of some of this long-standing stuff, because why not? I guess as long as I'm going to be here streaming for the next year, I better, oops, where am I going? I'm going this way. I better be prepared for it. There we go. So anyway, that's what's going on in my world. Other than that, I've really been focusing almost entirely on Extra Life this week. This week has been a little bit shorter week, in the SSG offices, right? We have a lot of sales and stuff we're doing, but otherwise we have, a lot of a little bit more time. I opened up some time in my schedule to deal with Extra Life this year, and that's why there's no Beacon or Chronicle this week, frankly, too. I kind of have Thursday and Friday off, but I kind of don't have Thursday and Friday off. You know how it goes, especially if you're working, CM for a studio. But it's going to be a shorter week, right? And time to unwind a little bit and all that sort of thing. So all that's cool. That said, we do have things to do, so I made the executive decision to just not do the Beacon or Chronicle this week. Focus on getting out the DDO Store sales, the Lotro Store sales, etc. Do a little bit of work ahead of, I think we have a small patch incoming on both games' side, but on the DDO side, I think we have a small patch incoming here to fix a couple of things. Nothing to really get into too much detail about today. It's a little early, but it's something we're kind of looking at. So that, I think, is the short term here of what we're working on. Is we've got, this holiday coming up. We've got, see us working through the holiday. We've got our Black Friday stuff going on through Cyber Monday. That'll be kicking off in about an hour or so here. We're hoping to get this stuff launched in the various places by around-ish 1 o'clock Eastern. So what I'm telling you right now is not actually going to be available yet. However, So, if I see one customer service ticket of someone saying, Cardo said this was on sale and it's not on sale, it's not on sale as of the time of me saying this. It will, however, be on sale later this afternoon, and this is what's going to be on sale. In the DDO market, this is the older DDO market. Not the new one from which thou hast purchased Feywild, but the one prior from which thou purchased, perhaps, Ravenloft or Sharn. Until January 9th. We are doing a half-off sale, 50% off, Ravenloft Ultimate Collectors and Standard Edition. 50% off Shadowfell, Conspiracy, Collectors, Standard, and Legendary Upgrade. 50% off Menace of the Underdark Standard and Base Editions. Here's the important bit. These items will no longer be available after January 9th from the old DDO market. New packages for the older expansions will be available at a future date, but may not include the exact same bonus items. They probably will not. So this is your final opportunity, in big bold letters. If I was a YouTuber, I'd have it on the screen go, "Final opportunity," to get these specific packages with their specifically listed bonus items. So that is until January 9th through January 8th. Ravenloft Ultimate Collector's Standard, Shadowfell Conspiracy Collector's Standard, Legendary Upgrade. That Legendary Upgrade, you want to pay attention to that one. Menace of the Underdark Standard and Base Editions, half off, 50% off, until January 9th, at which point... That's not all, though. In the DDO Store, and shortly this afternoon, through November 30th, we're going to be doing double bonus points plus... let me just briefly turn down the audio, the music here just a little bit, so that I'm not interfering with my own voice. It sounded a little loud to me there. So let me get to that while I do this. That way we've got like at least something going on in the background while I am talking. So double bonus points plus through November 30th. Double bonus points and a bonus lesser or greater elixir of discovery per points purchased. Asterisk. See the in-game store for more details. You get either a lesser or greater depending on which package of double bonus points you get. Autos and tensors are available in the store through November 30th. And then here are our specific Black Friday discounts. 35% off the Universal Action Point Tome Plus 1. 35% off the Universal Action Point Tome Plus 1, 50% off plus 8 ability tomes, and the plus 7 to plus 8 upgrade tome. Half off, this is only the plus 8 ability tomes and the plus 7 to plus 8 upgrade tome. Half off. 75% off the Wish for Memories, all races. Yes, that means shifter. 75% off as of later this afternoon through November 30th. Double bonus points plus we got as well. Also, half off in the old DDO market. Basically all Ravenloft, Shadowfell, Menace at 50%. And there we go. Like I say, this is not live now. This is not live now. It will be live, however, in the nearest future. All right, let me head to chat. 250 points for so on each game here, there's one thing that even this guy was like, ooh, that's a good one. On the DDO side, IMO. I work for the company. I am not an unbiased source. I am all but the biased source. That said, if you sleep on 75% off Wish for Memories, you probably just don't want them. Right? I mean, right? So. Is hardcore enabled for transfers? Not yet. Is the old DDO market being closed? We've been saying for a while now that we're replacing it with a new DDO market. And that'll be, happening. We'll have announcements about that in the near future. But for the time being, it's important to know that the older DDO market is available. The expansions I mentioned above are half off, and that's until January 9th, at which point those specific packages will be going away, and then we'll have news in the future about where you'll be able to purchase them and what they will offer. But it is highly likely that those specific packages will not be coming back. So, I mean, you've had years, right? You've had years to pick these up, but not everyone's been playing for years, etc., etc. So, if you are in a position of not having had the opportunity to pick up this stuff at half off, now is a really good time to do it, and in fact, maybe one of your last opportunities to do it. So we want to make sure we get the news out about that pretty far and wide.
Duskfall Overlook, a prime example of my vision for the Feyworld's future, as well as its past. See how the birds and the deer, the trees and the vines have reclaimed the ruins of this Eladrin palace. Here we say goodbye to the useless conceits of the Eladrin courts, to the home we have on our world. You seem impatient to start your duet with me. Worry not, it will begin soon, but first, I hope to teach you about what I want to achieve. Once you complete the lessons I have designed, we will speak again. But until then,
Pearson bows, then disappears.
Cool. Okay.
Hermia says that before you can meet with Pearson, you will need to find 2 watchwords hidden in the different branches of his stronghold. Speaking the watchwords to the rooftop door will unlock the way to Pearson.
Okay. Well, that's the plan then. Let me get back to chat. I don't have all the details that I can provide. I can't provide details today about what all is going to be where in the future and all that sort of thing. It's just too early for that. The important thing at this point is we're talking about your opportunity to get these in the current existing location. And that in the future it'll be a different set of bundles available.
A menacing grin when he spots you. Pearson's voice drifts into your ears like a far-off strain of music.
now it's time for you to learn of my music. See this band of revelers before you? Best them, and you will be given the gift of my song. Use it wisely.
Hermia reminds you that one of Pearson's best qualities is ear for music. According to the owl, a worthy follower knows how to wield the tune. As you step into the amphitheater, the portcullis slams shut behind you.
Yep. So, I will say, it depends on the content. Someone has a question, when I play these adventures, is there anything that ever surprises me, or do I know the entire story and layout of each adventure being a developer? The answer is that it depends on the content, depends on what it is I need to do for the content. Because I work in community and in marketing, I am, to some extent, have a choice as to how much of this stuff I spoil for myself. Now, there are certain things that I need to see and understand ahead of time, and I do tend to play some version of this stuff several times before it even gets to Lamania, for example. But that said, there are also opportunities, like now with this quest, where I don't have to worry about learning how to run it and what's all going to be. It works. So this is an opportunity for me to sometimes experience these quests live, as it were, in a pretty organic way. And so when I do get that opportunity, I like to take it. And that's what I'm doing here, to be honest. But oftentimes, I will have seen most of the dungeon and at least done a couple of rough run-throughs.
Now that they're out of the way, you can explore this echoing chamber. You spot a set of fiddles nearby that hum with strange magic.
Okay. Oops. So one of the things I'm getting used to is having a light on my face. I know it's a pretty common
that once you defeated the
thing
musicians,
for a lot of YouTubers, that sort of thing. But it does take a little getting used to have that light on your face to try to read and do gameplay in that. So.
Standing by a weak section of flooring, you play an aria on the fiddle. To your surprise, the sound from the magical fiddle shakes the room. The tiles crumble.
Ah.
Playing the fiddle has revealed another section of this wing. Fearsom's voice booms into your ears.
So, you've mastered the Fayish Fiddle's magic.
I mean, something like that. Master might be a little bit of a strong word. I don't know if I'd say I've mastered it. I mean, you know, I did just equip it for the first time a little while ago, so, you know, I don't want to, put myself in the place of those who are well-trained for many years on how to play the fiddle. But I will say, hey, I just picked that sucker up and played a thing, so, you know, I mean, I'm not saying I'm not a genius, either. So, there we are. Now what am I doing? I think that makes me a genius, right? Nope. There we go. Any chance to have hireling folders on sale? Do I need to climb back up? Did I screw up? And why is this bird attacking me? Oh, I better need to play. There we go. There we are. Just a discount on universal tomes, not racial tomes. That is correct. I would also point out, not specifically about that item. I don't want to make any promises on that item, but I will say that typically for those who have paid attention to our store sales for some time will know that we tend to have a lot of deals in throughout the month of December, and that will be going on too. So if you don't see something maybe specifically on this Black Friday sale that's like, oh man, I really was hoping it would be the whatever, you know, then there's other opportunities in the coming weeks for that stuff to be showing up. So, you know, something to keep in mind.
This room seems to have been sealed shut. A red signal crystal hangs above its entrance.
Okay. Ah. So I don't want to hurt you, but if you're going to get in my way and attack me, I may not have a choice. Alright. I have a hard time with these skinny stairs. I will actually get back to chat here in a sec. There are more things, yeah. Alright, let me get over and chat. we are not working from home permanently, but we're also able to release an expansion while working from home, as we've just sort of kind of proven, I think, to hopefully everyone's expectation. And so that gives us, you know, some sense of confidence that we can continue to do what we have been doing, and maybe even do a little more, right? Looking ahead into 2021. And so kind of knowing that sort of thing, it gives us an opportunity to maybe not have to be so worried about, well, when we can actually get back into the office, you know? So. Fortunato. Oh, let me bring out the Displacer Beast Creature Companion or something like that. How about, let's see, let me trade. Which one should I bring out? Yeah, we'll bring out the Displacer Beast. Alright. Well, maybe I'm going to talk to Fortunato later, I guess. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be active right now. So I did want to mention one other thing. You know, I had talked earlier in the show about how I've been really focusing on Extra Life, and honestly using a few work hours to get it done, because all said and done here, it was an incredible year for Extra Life. Biggest year ever. And there's a part of me that feels maybe we're getting to the point that I'm not sure I can do it all myself. I will probably have put in something like 40-ish hours. Just kind of off work trying to get all this done. And that's fine. I don't mind doing it. I totally love doing it. But I'm just saying that it's never even a fraction of as fast as I would like it to be in terms of you making a donation and me getting you your stuff. All I can say to that is it's not due to a lack of not working on it. I am indeed working on it. In fact, yesterday, I was able to get to messages out to something in the range of 80-ish DDO donors. So if you donated to me this Extra Life, there is a really good chance that if you don't have a private message from me in your inbox, then you will within the next couple of days. Because I'm going to be carving out some time with this week being a little bit shorter in terms of commitments to really just carve out some time to take care of Extra Life stuff here. So I'll be doing that in the coming days. Okay. Can I play this? No? Okay. So I can't do that yet. There's that lever I need, but that's not getting me there yet. Try maybe playing over here. Oh, that did something. Okay. So, maybe I do need to play. Like here, let's see that. Alright, what about the new Lamania build, the Feywild Raid? That probably will be the next Lamania. I don't yet know when that's going to be. Certainly it's not going to be before the Black Friday break here, and we'll see kind of where we end up after that. Where do I need to do? just do what I do and be poorly lit for months. Stream Tom said in chat. Yeah, I mean, that's generally been my operating procedure to this point. But it was really during the Extra Life live stream and some of the recent kind of interviews that we did for Feywild and such that it's got me kind of thinking, you know, if I'm going to be doing this for a while, let's take a little time and mess around with some lighting and what have you. See if any of that works. Alright, so I can't do that yet. I can't do that yet. And I don't think there's anything to play here yet. I can try to go back here and see if there's something I've missed. Yes, there is. Okay. Cool. When does Featherfall go live? Stay tuned. I don't have an announcement for you on that today, but that will be coming soon too. The way it's going to work is the way it usually works, which is that the coins will appear for about a week before the Featherfall Jester actually shows up, and then the Featherfall Jester will stick around for about a week or so after the coins stop dropping in January. Usually at that point then we follow up with the Reezy Ice Games and Midwinter Festival. We might have some news in that regard this year that you might have seen a little bit about accidentally somewhere, that we will have more information about as we get a little closer to it in, you know, next year, the time of the winter stuff. But the Festival Jester will most likely be here within the first couple of weeks of within a couple of weeks of us going live. Or within a couple of weeks, sorry. Certainly by mid-December. But I don't have a more specific date for you at that point than that. I'm also a little lost here. What do I need to do, folks? See, that's the one thing about me not running this stuff so much prior to going live on the show here. Is I can't do that. What am I doing wrong, huh? Do I really need to... See, I can't climb up here, right? Yeah, okay. Do I have, key? Sometimes I do. Nope. Alright. Let me take a second to get to chat then and see maybe if someone's giving me some info. To be certain, the tome does not stack with the one from the expansion, correct? Yes, I believe that is correct, right? Question. Here's the important silly question. What is on the menu for my annual tradition of a lame Thanksgiving dinner? I am having nachos. That's what I'm having. Go back to the room with the shrine, climb the vines, and then play the fiddle by the shrine. Oh, thank you. Thank you. John, over on Facebook. That's what I need to do. Thank you. Thank you. And that is over this way. Turkey nachos? No, I'm a vegetarian, actually. I've been a vegetarian for, well, I guess at this point it's now gonna have to just be considered most of my life, right? So, there we are. I did not have the desired effect. What did I miss? I'm gonna get a little double audio here at this. Yep, there we go. Oh, climb the vines, and then play the fiddle by the shrine. Okay. Oh, climb the vines. Can I do that? I can. Oh my god, I'm the worst. Neat. Ah, oh sh. Pro level gameplay there. Pro level gameplay there. All right. Yeah. Keep climbing. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Any plan to look at monks again? That would... I have not heard of plans to look at monks again. I believe... Actually, wait a second. Didn't we talk about that recently in one of the interviews with either DDO Players News or DDO Cast? If so, I would direct you to that conversation for the latest. I think we might actually have maybe a little work happening in that regard, but I don't know yet when. Oh, maybe over there? Try over here. No? Oh, over here. Okay. There we are. And there is a doorway this way, but I'm going to go here first. If there's a way to fall off something, I will find it. Someone else is saying about themselves. That is me also, yes. When can we get that cool horse from Witch Hunt, please? I've also not heard of plans to look at the Bard spell list. Sorry. I'm trying to see what other chat there might be. Sorry, a lot of people gave me advice as to what to do, but, you know, it's kind of always hard, not always easy to look at chats. I'm not here to talk about my vegetarianism or anything like that. I just would point out, you know, to that question about turkey on Thanksgiving, not this guy, you know. But it's fine. I'm not here to judge. That's got to be a good thing.
A gargoyle perches on a high ledge inside this room. He stretches out his crumbling arms. Maybe help you find
But I also don't really... I tend to have a larger December holiday than Thanksgiving, just kind of due to the life of which I lead and sort of the shared custody that I have with my son and his mother. So it's Thanksgiving is usually pretty low-key for me. But that actually gives me an opportunity, though, as well to, like I say, get some of this Extra Life stuff done. So I'll just, like, put on Netflix and things like that and just kind of keep cranking away at that list. It ended up being that there were more than 400 individual donors this year between the two games, which is absolutely amazing.
Stone body chips off. One more strong blast should do the job.
Oh, okay, I see what I need to do. So, what I will be able to do then, besides Extra Life stuff, and the reason I'm getting to this and bringing this back is because one of the other things I'm going to be doing...
Flinches, giving you the time to send a...
There we go. Before I hop down there, let me hit this.
The red signal crystal on the wall lights up when you pull this lever.
Yay! Work. You'd like to see more halberds and scythes and things like that? Yeah, that would be pretty cool. Guess I'll use the shrine. New monster manual soon. I don't have anything to announce today on that. But I know that our hope is to do a little bit of monster manual work in the near future. Whether or not that ends up being new monster manuals or updating existing ones, things like that, I think remains a little bit of an unanswered question. But that work is something that we are intending to do here in the near future, so I guess that means there'll probably be news about it then, perhaps as well, in the relatively near future. I actually have not been using my Shadow Dancer stuff. What do I need to do? That's a blindness effect. Always hit except for when I roll a 1. I should probably be using that then, huh? And that's, unless it grants me sneak attack. I'm leveling up Shadow Dancer, for no particular reason other than I need to fill out my trees here, because I'm going to be cashing in this Martial Karma tree, and I've already maxed out the other 2 trees, so hey, why not? Take care of Shadow Dancer while I'm at it, is the general plan as to why this particular character is in that Epic Destiny. Black Friday sales, I announced them earlier in the show here today, but as of, this is about 12:44 p.m. Eastern when I'm saying this, on Wednesday, November 25th, and later this afternoon, potentially within the next hour, we're going to have all that stuff live. So I think in the very near future, it'll just be blasted out all over the place. But if you really want to before then, just skip back or something, and it'll be there. So, is there anything up here to deal with? Yes. Who narrated this? I would have to listen to that again. I mean, it's definitely one of our regular DMs, but I can't remember the name off the top of my head right now. I think it's, gosh, I should know that. I know the name, I just can't think of it right now. What about those Epic Destiny changes, huh? Well, nothing to announce at all today. We'll see, you know. There was a lot of hubbub over the summer about that, and unfortunately some incorrect information got out. That kind of ended up being like, oh my god, I used a leak from the thing, and that's what they're going to do, and that was even at the time it was
The
being
one you
leaked,
used
was
to
not
enter this labyrinth.
necessarily accurate.
You found the exit, yet you're still missing the watchword you need. You'll need to search a bit more.
Okay. Well, let me search a bit more then. Perhaps down here, shall we? Sorry, I cannot think of the name right now. Yep. Okay, so what have I not done? I have hit the red lever, but I don't think I've hit the door from which you can go in to the red lever. So that is, let me remember where that is. That is not over here. That is... yeah, the red room. I can't remember where that is, but I should be able to find it soon enough. Down here. That's where it is. Yep. Why, hello.
A solitary gargoyle statue rests in this chamber.
Nope, no deaths yet. Wild. Okay.
The root barrier disappears. Behind it, you notice a strange ring of mushrooms
Groovy.
that has sprung up in the soil. Now that you've collected this watchword, all there is left to do is find a path out of this labyrinth. This door matches the one you used to enter this labyrinth. You found the exit. Now that you have the watchword, you're free to leave.
Let me try to pop up on the side screen here and read our Black Friday sales while finishing this quest one last time for those of you in the back who missed it. Here is the post that I have made in preparation for me getting the word out all the way across to everything here in about 15 minutes or so. So let me say that again. For the DDO market, the older DDO market, we're going to be doing a half-off sale on Ravenloft Ultimate Collector Standard, Shadowfell Conspiracy Collector Standard Legendary Upgrade, Menace of the Underdark.
This door has been sealed with a magic incantation. Only the 2 watchwords can unlock it, which Hirsum has hidden in his stronghold.
Wait a second, that's not right. Oh, shoot, actually...
A curious door glimmers into view. Even curiouser, it vanishes mere seconds after it appeared. You decide to keep your eye out for it as you complete Hirsum's lessons.
Okay. Alright, so here's the critical bit about the DDO market. This is the older one, not the one that you're getting Feywild from. These items will no longer be available after January 9th.
In the air, coming from everywhere and nowhere at all.
I have provided you with a feast for the senses. Once you and your fellows...
You put down the object you chose. And now your head starts to feel a bit wobbly. The room spins. Suddenly, you find yourself transported to a cramped and dingy chamber. You seem to be in a prison.
Oh no.
A red cap, sharpening a large knife, cackles beyond your cell's bars. Then, you hear a whisper beside you. Your fellow inmate beckons you toward him. The prisoner tells you that Hirsum's revelers have been rounding up Eladrin from neighboring lands. The revelers bring them here, where they fall prey to the butcher, Ruddy Red, and a mysterious baker known as Granny. A panel in the cell wall slides open, revealing the entrance to a sewer drain.
Also, through November 30th, we're going to be doing double bonus points plus. That means you'll be getting your double bonus points along with a lesser or greater elixir of discovery, depending on what... Oops. What do I need to do?
Either run ahead and find your way out, or return to face Ruddy Red.
Okay. Oh, valve. Right. Like. What do I wish to do? What do I do?
Ruddy Red looks up in shock at your reappearance outside of your cell.
You! How did you escape? Guards!
He snarls before lunging towards you.
Alright, that should be fine here. Actually turn on auto attack a second so I can scroll through some things while I do it. Let me boost up my healing a little bit just in case as well. And pop another one of those on him. Alright, should be pretty good here. So, let me make sure we got... What else we got? Okay, so Autos and Tensors boxes are going to be back in the store. That'll be through November 30th. Again, all this stuff through November 30th. And then finally, we have got 35% off Universal Action Point Tome Plus 1. 35% off a Universal Action Point Tome Plus 1. 50% off the Plus 8 Ability Tomes and the Plus 7 to Plus 8 Upgrade Tomes. And one of the biggies... 75% off. 75% off. Wish for Memories. All Races. And that is pretty high. So anyway, that is all running through November 30th. And all that will be published on the forums here within the next hour or so. And will be available for you to purchase within the next hour or so. Based on the work that still has yet to be done from our e-commerce team this afternoon. So getting word out just a little bit early, but it's
The other
fine.
prisoners' cells clang open. The Eladrin tell you they'll wait until it's safe, then find their way back to their courts.
All right. What am I looking for? Here we go. And I don't think I can do anything else here, right? So what I am... Oop, there we go. Did I do this? Did I accidentally close that? Nope. Okay, so we're good there. Alright, let me get back to chat. Featherfall is for wimps. I don't feel that strongly about it. That said, I also don't really work very hard to slot Featherfalling. If I have it, sure, it's kind of nice. And there's a few quests where it's kind of needed, really. But not really. There's almost always a way that you don't actually need Featherfall. And I tend not to... It's purely optional. If I've got room, if it's slotted, hey, it's all good to me. But if not, then I just... don't worry about it. Don't worry about it in the slightest. Maybe I should. Reason number 142, not to play like me. Okay. Dude does not even slot Featherfall. And definitely not doing that. Okay. There. Grody! Grody! Okay. I'm doing this casually for me because I am, you know, in the middle of a live stream trying to not just completely get destroyed while multitasking and monitoring 3 chats, etc., etc. So I've got this set for Epic Hard rather than, say, like Elite or Reaper or any of that kind of thing. Your mileage may vary, you know. Eric, so I understand Eric on YouTube had a localization issue with making a purchase from the new DDO market. And all I can say to that is there are certain locations that we are required to... U.S. merchants are not allowed to sort of take payments from. And that's why U.S. Department of Commerce mandate, having to do with geopolitical conflicts and what have you. It's not really something we have a choice about, and it sucks for some people, like yourself. Turn the valve. Okay. What valve did I miss? No. No. Oh, that was from before. Sorry. Okay. Yeah, so one, I'm not a Reaper 10 kind of guy. That really is just not likely to happen to this person, right? So, all I could really say to sort of suggestions that I be running Reaper 10 is it's just not going to work on this live stream. There is that content out there, thankfully, on YouTube and elsewhere, where if you really want to see more, I guess what you would maybe describe as like bleeding edge gameplay, things like that, that exists out there for you. But that isn't really the purpose of this weekly Wednesday lunchtime live stream. Nor honestly has it ever really been the kind of thing that I particularly aspired toward. That's not to say I want to suck or anything, but more that this show is not about showcasing, you know, really high-level gameplay, you know? This is a pretty long quest. Now this is, you know, what the kind of the main ending one, so that's why. I don't know if I should just finish the whole thing on the show here today or let Samus take over. I know that he's got a show here in just a little bit, so... There's obviously a lot of optionals and things here that I could be doing. This should just lead up, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay. Weekend bonus. Sure, the weekend bonus is a 30% guild renown And that's actually a good point. I will have to check with our QA team to see if they were actually going to turn that on tomorrow, which is usually when these bonuses go live, or if it'll actually be live today. I'll have to just ask them after the show here and see what their thoughts are on it. I think we just forgot to think about it. But I would suspect there's no issue with just probably turning it on this afternoon and letting QA have their Thanksgiving, right? So, there you are.
This door brings you back to the Hall of Objects. With that detour dealt with, you can try again and choose another object.
Well, let's try the Book O Treaties. Oh, how about the Fiddle? Probably the Fiddle, right? Yay!
You're surprised to discover that a watchword has been hidden within this object. Now that you have collected both watchwords, you can unlock the door to it. You hear a loud rumbling.
Nice. Yeah, I think I'm just going to push forward through this show here. We'll just go run a little long. That's fine.
Walks out into the chamber.
Finally! Holy ladron for
How about Reaper 1 with hirelings? Yeah, so depending on the quest, I can, especially if I'm playing on my own. Like on my regular Friday kind of hangout with the guild knights and stuff, that's typically what we run, is something in the range of Reaper 1. Maybe even a little higher, depending on the quest and how difficult it is, right? But when I'm doing this live on the air thing, trying to balance all these chats and multitasking and making sure I'm, you know, properly, hopefully properly representing the company decently and all that sort of thing, it's just not worth the headache and hassle to try to run like things like Reaper 1 for me. Let me say this though. Actually, that's a good point. So, I am actually not done with the fundraising. This Extra Life thing, because of how much work it has taken this year and everything, has had me push my Movember work back. But as you can see, I'm actually doing Movember this year, and there have been a couple of donations that came in. And my intention this weekend is to perhaps do some kind of Movember live stream. Now, that would be on both the DDO stream side and the Lotro stream side, and my personal channel. Which in my personal channel is going to be not DDO or the other game. It's going to be just, I don't know, whatever I decide to make it. But I'm going to be doing a DDO specific thing probably this weekend at some point. I don't know the exact time yet because I am forcing myself right now. I am forcing myself to not commit to any further fundraising until I get that Extra Life stuff at least in process for everybody. And at that point then I'm going to turn my attention for a brief Movember drive this year and do a live stream on the DDO side, on the Lotro side, and on my personal side, and then work in December to get everyone their stuff prior to the winter break. That is the short-term plan. So. Okay. That is one big bed. That is one big table. In general, though, I do actually run quite a bit of Reaper 1 on my own. Like, when I'm just personally playing, my default is, if it's easier and I'm not that familiar with it, then I tend to run Epic Card. If I'm familiar with it, I tend to run Epic Elite or Reaper 1. Oh, and then play the music. Okay. No? Okay. Oh, I'd say, correct? Yes, say. So, target that and say...
To close eyes and dream of big,
right?
juicy rats.
Wild. So,
Shinies.
say wild. Did that work? No. Say vision. No, that didn't work. Unlock the rooftop door. What am I doing wrong here? Oh, say wild vision. Okay.
You clear your voice and
Thank you.
speak the watchwords aloud. The door rumbles and creaks open, revealing the path to the roof. You can confront Hearsome at last. You step out onto the roof of Duskfall Overlook. The arena,
Congratulations are in order.
Hearsome says.
You've made it this far, but I have just one tiny lesson left. All you see before you is an illusion. Mementos of what the Feywild is now. And what I so wish to destroy.
Two familiar figures shimmer into view. Illusory versions of Lord Arden and the Prince of Frost.
These two boars, your allies, stand in my way. Strike down these so-called friends of yours, and I'll reveal myself.
Then Lord Arden's illusion springs into
All right.
motion.
All right. What else we got? Sorry, I'm a little hard to do this combat while I'm there, but I also have got. There we go. Facebook up. What is that? I think someone got a spammer, unfortunately, in Facebook chat. Why is that happening? It's like the second time in 2 weeks it's happened. Normally, Facebook hasn't had that issue, but I guess for whatever reason they've been having a little bit of a spammer problem heading into the live stream. I should be able to take care of that here. Let me handle two combats at once, as it were. PvP, IRL, PvP in-game. No. PvE in-game. Yeah. So I am looking forward to the weekend. I hope you're looking forward to the weekend. I think it's going to be a good weekend to stay home, play lots of video games, perhaps call your family and friends and what have you. And if you are heading out, be safe. It's not my place to tell you what to do. But for many of us, I think it's going to be a great weekend to have a long, extended weekend to hang out, get some DDO time in, and do some fun stuff. I'm going to be working on Extra Life, so if you have not heard back from me yet, you will be hearing back from me within the next couple of days. Probably today. I should be able to get the initial list. I'm down to about 40-some people left to contact. Initially, initial contact here. And I took care of 80-some last night. So, assuming that I can keep up that pace, I should be able to at least get through the main list once here. This is just not... Nope, this is just not. Okay. It just isn't. Oh, I know why. How about this? R1 is easier than Elite with the bonus from points. Well, yeah, yes and no. I think the common belief among the DDO community, I believe, is that R1 offers some benefits that can make it attractive over running it on Epic Elite. That said, I do not think, personally, I do not think that Reaper 1 is, quote, easier than Elite. You may get your spell points back and stuff, but and you'll get a lot more XP and things, and that's all real good. But I don't think it's actually easier than Elite. I think that is incorrect. Fight me. Of which probably many people would be like, yeah, because you're wrong. But okay, hey, whatever. It's something to consider, I guess. Yeah. Depends how many Reaper points you have. Of course, that makes a difference too. Sure, sure. Do I think transfers from the hardcore server will be activated this year? Have a couple of characters with names you want on your main server. I do think that we should hopefully be able to get that done by the end of the year. I think the challenge is mostly in trying to fit it along with a whole bunch of other work that we have to do. So, I would not want to make any kind of promise about that right now, but I would expect that that should be totally doable in the time frame you discussed. Yeah.
Shattering in a spray of ice and snow. The gleaming walls of the room dim and fade away.
What is all that?
Hear some whistles and applause as he appears.
Bravo! I hadn't imagined you'd be so ruthless. I wonder how your little lord in that bitter archfey would feel, knowing how easily you betrayed them.
He shrugs.
The lesson is now complete. You have earned your audience at last.
Okay. Alright, I know what you're gonna say. Still, I just can't hand the Codex pages to you. I made a bargain, you see. Trade the Codex pages for the very soul of the Feywild. The solemn duty I have been chosen to undertake. Why don't I forget about it? The legend of a right to be here. I hold up Hersam's magic needle. Well now, look at that. Instead of destroying it, I'll give it to you.
Confront Hirsum with the magic needle
Okay.
that holds his
And I will let you experience
Resigned and
more of the
outsmarted,
text and story if you would
The
like
Prince
to.
of Satyrs exchanges the codex.
Let's see this chest though,
he
huh?
stole from the gatekeepers for the needle. Before you can leave, a cold, commanding voice peals out.
What have you done? We had a deal, Hirsum.
To be sure,
Replies Hirsum.
a bargain's a bargain. And I will deliver in time. I've simply lent these codex pages to these mortal adventurers. They have such short lifespans, after all. It would be no trouble to bring them to you when they die. A century or 3 should do it.
I will not forget your insolence, Archfey.
Snaps the mysterious stranger.
And you, mortals. I will not forget you either. I will have those codex pages if I have to pry them from your cold, dead hands.
Unfortunately, that's a lot easier in my case. I mean, let's be real here. Are you really putting my characters in charge of saving the world? However, that is sweet. Alright, well, that is going to wrap it up then here. So, I think we got rid of most of the main questions we need to talk about. So thank you so much for being here, everybody. and I really appreciate you checking out the show. I'll be back next Wednesday with more. I will say, however, that in the relatively near future, I actually have some vacation time to burn off. I'm heading into the end of the year, right? And I happen to have,
We're not killing kobolds in sewer again.
let's just say, a lot of vacation time accrued. Something like a month and a half. And so I will be trying to at least take a week or something here, sometime in December myself. So there will be a week, I think, here in the near future where I'm just going to take a week off for some personal time. But otherwise, should all be good, and I will be seeing you throughout the month of December. I'll be seeing you this weekend, most likely, on DDO Stream at some point when I do a Movember stream. And otherwise, we'll be kicking off our sales this afternoon, making sure everything's ready to go through the long holiday weekend. I wish you and yours the very best around the world. Thank you so much for being here, and I will talk to you next week. Bye-bye.